to day 25 of the Data Science Challenge. We'll be going through exploring S3 buckets for the 30 days of the AWS series. So we'll go into Amazon Simple Storage Service Buckets, which is S3, a fundamental and highly scalable storage service provided by AWS. So what is Amazon S3? It's a versatile and secure object storage service that allows you to store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere on the web. It is designed to be highly durable, scalable, and accessible, and it's commonly used to store and retrieve files, host static websites, and manage data for various AWS services. So there's some key concepts to go over: buckets, objects, and regions. So in S3, the data is stored in containers called buckets. A bucket is a top-level container for objects files within S3. The bucket names must be globally unique across all of AWS. There's objects, which are the basic units of storage in S3. They can be anything from documents and images to videos and application data. Each object is assigned a unique key within a bucket. And then there's regions. So regions are globally distributed and operate in different geographical areas. You can choose a region for your bucket based on factors like latency and compliance. So in order to create the S3 bucket, you go through basic steps. You do AWS CLI command to create an S3 bucket. And you basically create the bucket with your unique bucket name and your preferred region. And there's some exercises here. So you use the following AWS CLI command to create your own S3 buckets with this name, and you replace the unique bucket name with a global unique name for your bucket and preferred region. You upload a file to your S3 bucket, so after you create it, you can upload it with this command listed here with the local file. And then there's industry level scenarios. So imagine you're working for a media streaming company that uses AWS S3 to store and serve video content to millions of users globally. What are the challenges? Storage efficiency is the first challenge. With an increasing amount of video content, optimizing storage costs while maintaining high performance is crucial. Access control, so ensuring secure access to sensitive video files based on user roles and permissions. And there's monitoring and compliance, meeting industry regulations by implementing detailed logging and monitoring practices. Then we have some solutions for the storage efficiency. You can implement the Amazon S3 lifecycle policies to automatically transition older video files to Amazon S3 Glacier for cost savings. You can utilize Amazon S3 intelligent tiering to automatically move objects between access tiers based on changing access patterns. You can use access control, which leverages AWS identity and access management to assign fine-grained permissions to users and applications. You can use S3 bucket policies to define access controls based on specific conditions like IP address or VPC endpoint. And you can do monitoring and compliance. You can enable AWS CloudTrail to record API calls and store the logs in an S3 bucket for auditing and compliance. You can also set up Amazon CloudWatch alarms to monitor S3 metrics and receive notifications for any abnormal behavior. So there's versioning. S3 supports versioning, allowing you to preserve, retrieve, and restore every version of objects stored in a bucket. There's security, control access to your S3 buckets using AWS Identity and Access Management policies. There's bucket policies and access control lists to fine tune the access. There's also logging, which enables logging to capture detailed records of all requests made to your bucket. So this is a scalable and powerful solution for object storage. It addresses industry-specific challenges with advanced features and best practices. And then we'll go on to day 10 here, which will go over AWS CLI Exploration. So this basically is a unified tool to manage your AWS services directly from the command line, provides a convenient and efficient way to interact with resources. So what are the prereqs? You need a AWS account, you need AWS CLI installed on your machine, AWS credentials, and then you can follow this official documentation to get that installed. That gives you a vast array of features, including resource management, where you can create, configure, and manage AWS resources, scripting, which automates tasks and workflows using scripts, automate output formatting, which customizes the output format to suit your needs, extensions, you extend the functionality with AWS plugins. So you can list all C3 S3 buckets with this command, AWS S3 LS. You have scripting, which you can automate tasks and workflows using scripts. So you can use this command to do that. And then you can explore more of the documentation and references. So we can quickly look at what's there for that. And then we have this command reference guide, which is also there. So let's check that out. And you can see all these different commands there. And that's pretty much what we'll go over today. Thanks for listening.